Let's speak to Anne-Élisabeth Moutet, who is a French journalist and Telegraph columnist. Anne-Élisabeth, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, bonjour.
Bonjour, thank you very much for joining us. So, we have another international summit on our hands. The two, the brothers in arms, if you like, Keir Starmer and Emmanuel Macron, they seem very fond of each other. I'm not sure there's much point to this, is there?
There is a bit of point to this because of Donald Trump, who sort of simplified a great deal of the way various European countries look at one another. And there's also a point because of Ukraine, because Britain and France are the two countries that are two members of the Security Council of the UN. They have similar-sized armies, they have the same power of deployment, and basically they're the big boys in the room, and it doesn't much matter whether there was Brexit or not. It's a continent that's been attacked by Russia. Russia is now bringing in addition to North Koreans, Laotians, and it's sort of looking for meat to attack Ukraine and possibly other countries, certainly in places like Finland and the Baltic states. Yeah. They absolutely believe that the Russians are coming. So it sort of simplifies, you know, the arguments that you might have with one another.
Yes,
I'm not saying it's making them disappear.
No. Well, I think, I mean, certainly from Britain's point of view, Keir Starmer's got plenty of problems on the domestic front that he could be dealing with, and I guess this gives him a kind of respite from that. And maybe similarly, it does the same thing for Emmanuel Macron, who's not terribly popular in his own country, is he?
Well, no, last year, exactly a year ago, he called a snap election, which went very badly for him because people, you know, it's usually you tell people, well, give me a different answer from last time. And people say, yeah, no, we meant it the first time, you know, get on with it. And so he lost the House. But the French president in the French constitution is responsible for defense and foreign affairs, and therefore Macron is sort of legitimate to go to Britain to discuss with the Starmer. He's always very happy to have the wonderful sort of gold dust of King Charles and the Prince and Princess of Wales. There's no, I mean, it's not a losing proposition for him, and Camilla actually is in very good terms with Madame Macron, Brigitte Macron. They've got things in common. They like books. So they have a sense of humor. They're nice women, both of them, and the whole thing is wonderful for optics.
Yes. Well, some people here who are not that keen on Prime Minister Keir Starmer were saying they hope that Mrs Macron might give him a bit of a slap when she sees him.
She doesn't make a habit of it, and we've been watching her for a long time. I think every married couple, and they really are a partnership, these two. Every now and then you sort of, you know, you have a tiff. She didn't exactly slap him, she shoved him.
She sort of shoved him, yeah.
And many people in the country said, oh, she should do this more often, but, you know.
No, quite. But the King has come out this morning and will say this, I believe, in the course of the next couple of hours, that there should be no borders, effectively, between Britain and France in their quest to solve what he calls complex threats, which again, is an indicator that, you know, there are some people in this country who don't understand the big problem that we have with France, which is the migrants coming here every single day on small boats.
Yes, and also all the difficulties that France made to Britain at the time of Brexit. So it's a beautifully optimistic view of things, and certainly it is, because if Russia decides to bomb us, or indeed they're already, you know, sending agents in various countries and using bot farms to push divisive memes, etc. So there is an enemy, and that enemy will not make a difference. But the thing about migrants is a few things have changed in France. First of all, we have a Home Secretary who is not a Macronista but a Républicain, and he is called Bruno Retailleau. He was elected leader of his party and therefore probable presidential candidate in 27. He's a Catholic from Vendée. He's an interesting character, and he is much firmer about these things. And second, immigration is also an issue in France, and we have municipal elections next year. We've got a presidential election in 27 where Macron cannot run, but he's already said that he might run 5 years later because he's allowed to do that again. And immigration is definitely a topic that gets people to lose or win elections in France now.
It does, yeah. And what did the French think of this meeting this week?
We like the British monarchy. I mean, it's dignified. It's got fantastic and beautiful pomp. They don't seem to be putting a foot wrong. Even the scandals are fun, and therefore it's something that the French, it brings a smile to a French face. We ever since the Entente Cordiale, nobody has poked fun as a British monarch in France. So it's a positive for many reasons, that visit.
Well, who knows? Maybe they'll wheel out Prince Andrew now that he's been cleared by the FBI. Maybe he'll have a place at the table as well. But
I was trying not to mention him.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But here we are. Thank you, Anne-Élisabeth Moutet. They're reporting into us as a French journalist and Telegraph columnist. Incredible times where you get Emmanuel Macron, because he loves the French, he loves the British monarchy, coming to London to spend time with Keir Starmer. Is there anything going to come out of it, though? That's the point, I would say.